Okay, welcome back. Today we're just going to talk about basic setup of a pitch. So what I've got set out here is a 20 by 30, so 20 meters wide by 30 meters long. It's a super basic setup. I like these kind of setups purely because you've got your thirds of your pitch laid out pretty easily and quickly. If you remember back to a previous video, I talked to one of my coaching tips is use the same colors. So I've got my outside all as yellow, which makes it super easy. I've got my color coordination with my bibs ready to rock and roll in my session. Now, depending on the size of your grid is completely up to you as a coach and depends what you want to work on. So this is a pure basic setup. This is kind of what your under sevens would have. Now you could go bigger, you could go smaller. It really depends on what you want to work on. Now, if you're looking more at a fitness base, you're probably going to try and make that pitch a little bit bigger because obviously it's got more space for players to run and having to move and cover the ground versus maybe a bit more of a technical focus. And obviously as you bring closer. In saying that, if your players are getting there, but they're not super technical just yet, you might want the pitch a little bit bigger. So they've got more time with the ball to express themselves and also get their reps and touches on the ball. And as they develop that skill, you can bring the pitch tighter to try and unlock that technical challenge as they get that skill development as they go. Now, for my more mathy coaches out there, I've got a few numbers for you. So if we're looking at our under sevens, which is like a 4v4, you're looking at about 60 meters squared to about 150 meters squared per player on a pitch. So if that want to give you a gauge of how much space, so this would be an under sevens pitch. So you've got about 60 meters squared per player, which gives them plenty of space to move. And obviously as you get bigger, it gets bigger. If we're looking at our under 10s, which is a 9v9, we're looking at 135 meters squared to about 195 meters squared, depending. And then as we get into our olders, so that's 13 plus, where they move to 11-a-side pitch, we're looking at a 240 to almost a 500 meters square. And now that is the full size pitches that go between 90 meters wide to 120 meters long. However, things to take in consideration when you're designing and setting up your session.